Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today for divine feminines out there that want to know what's going on with the masculine. So there's been a lot of energy that's been coming through my readings as well as other readers that this masculine is in some pretty intense energy. A lot of it is coming through as very passionate, very sexual. And so we're going to be examining some of those things today. We do have a couple of decks that have some racier types of images as well as some words, but it's not necessarily one of those kinds of readings where it's going to be X-rated or anything like that. It's just a very deep, introspective reading. There could be a lot of things that come through here today. So I have an outline that I've created, and just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. It is either going to resonate with you or it won't. This is definitely for those that are in a separation and experiencing some sort of a challenge with their divine masculine. I do say he for the masculine and she for the feminine. It's just the way that I channel. So go ahead and rearrange the energies if you need to fit your situation. I'm going to be using a bunch of different decks here today, so I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. Actually, I'm going to probably show you guys now, but the Orgonite that I wanted to tap into is from Wing and Bell. It's this beautiful black and red Orgonite. It is called For the Love of Angela, and the reason it's called this, you guys, is because when my friend Michelle had asked me what kind of a nude that I wanted her to customize for me, red and black immediately came to my mind, so that's why she calls it that. But I felt like it was appropriate today to use that Orgonite. And so there are some decks here, and while I'm here with you guys, I should have done this before I turned on the camera. I ordered some decks here, and I don't know the names of them, so let me just get them. But I'll put everything down below, okay? So this particular deck is called, what is it called? Hold on. Okay, so I am using this deck here. It is called the Stripper World. No, this is not the Stripper World. This is the Stripper World Oracle deck. Okay. And I don't know how to say the name, but she does have an X on her Oracle cards. So I'm using two decks from her. That one is the Stripper World Oracle deck. And then I'm also going to be using, this one is called the Lover Sex Oracle deck. Okay. And I also have a very brand new deck that I just got from Fire Witch Tarot. I have many of her other decks, but this one I just had to get my hands on. It's called the Love and Lust Oracle. Pretty awesome. So I'm going to be using that today. We're also going to be using the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. This one is a new deck as well. It's called the Sexy Lenormand Party deck. Very cute. And then I'm going to be using the Angelic Revelation 144 Naked Flame Healing Messages. I think I might have a couple of other cards that I threw in from some of her other decks with the words. So that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using two of my decks, my Twin Flame Journey Oracle, as well as my Twin Flame Journey Tarot, available on my Etsy shop. If you guys are international, email me and I'll send you a special link to order them. And we're also using the Reclaim Your Power Oracle cards. Why do I go through all of this? Because people constantly ask what I'm using. So if I don't tell you guys, then just having to answer questions. So sorry about the long intro. So let's get into it, you guys. So I did come up with an outline, like I said. The very first thing that we're going to be focusing on, if I could talk, is the masculine's underlying energy that is bringing us to this reading today. So why are we coming into this reading today? What is the point of this reading today? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap into this deck here. I'm going to get some of that energy as to why. And I'm just going to use the decks that I'm guided to use within each category. I felt like this one was appropriate to tap into. What is the underlying energy here? We have self-conscious. It says negative self-image, feeling not good enough in sex or fear of disappointing. So this masculine currently right now, because what's come through my other readings as well as other people's readings is that this masculine is supercharged in this very passionate energy, wanting to come towards the feminine, but isn't. The reason why is because he's self-conscious. That's why. Because he is feeling like he may not be good enough. He may be feeling that he is going to disappoint this feminine. So let's go ahead and get some more information. What else is going on behind the scenes here? Oh, wow. The beast is loaded and ready to release this burden. This masculine has a lot of energy that's pent up, okay? That's why this is coming through the readings, because there's a lot of tension built up here. He feels very burdened by this energy. So we could have a masculine that is, spending time alone, not really sharing himself with anybody else, not wanting to be in that type of an energy with anyone else, desiring the feminine only, okay? So there's definitely some pretty intense energy coming through already this reading. So let's go ahead and get maybe some of the reasons why he might feel self-conscious. Let's tap into that. Let's go into this deck. Why does this masculine feel either burdened or self-conscious? Why does he feel like he is just ready to just burst? We have confusion, puzzled, unsettled, unclear. So there's something that he's trying to figure out, something that he is trying to clear up in his mind. So he's trying to clear up a negative self-image. He's also trying to clear up why he doesn't feel good enough, why he is afraid that he is going to disappoint his feminine. Sorry for the glare, you guys. I've got a window right here, and so it's just going to come through on that one card here. But this is definitely an energy here where he feels very burdened. He feels very confused and conflicted by his own fears and negative self-image. So let's go ahead and get some words here. I am hiding my true feelings because I feel so vulnerable with you. I have lied and told you bullshit for my ego. If I let you in, you could break my heart. Losing you has caused me so much pain. Wow. So this is the deal. This masculine could have lost his feminine because of some lies or bullshit. Maybe he did not tell this feminine how he truly felt about her because he didn't want to get hurt. So there's something here where this masculine is really dealing with self-image issues, feeling very self-conscious, very confused, very puzzled, very unsettled at this time. But I mean, this energy is like surfacing, it's bubbling up, and it's like forcing the masculine to have to try to perhaps get to the bottom of why he feels this way or to do something about it. That is the energy here. So that is the reason that we are coming into this reading, is because obviously there's something happening here pretty deep with the masculine, but he's just ready to burst is what I'm getting here. He's locked and loaded and ready to go. So it's definitely a little sexual innuendo here, but he's burdened nonetheless. So why don't we go ahead and get into the energy here of what has the divine masculine let go of? Okay, so we obviously know that he's got some sort of self-image issues here, but what has he worked on? Okay, because we know that this divine masculine is awakened. We know that this divine masculine is trying to better himself. So what has he worked on so far? What has he let go of when it comes to his past? And what is he bringing in to replace it and to improve his life? Let's get into it. So what has he let go of? What energies has he let go of from the past? Sorry, I got cats running around here, so they're making noise in the background. What has he let go of when it comes to his past? We have the Emperor, okay? So I'm getting here really this message that's saying taking responsibility perhaps for things that he did not take responsibility for in the past. That's what I'm seeing with this. So let's clarify with my tarot deck here. What has this masculine taken responsibility when it comes to his past? Stepped into his role as the masculine by doing this, which is fantastic. Wow, see, that just goes to prove to you right there, you guys. He has the death of the old self and taking responsibility as he transitions into a new way of being, literally burning down the old self and being born into something new. Whoa. So yeah, that's pretty crazy energy to me, for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a couple of little other clarifiers here from my Twin Flame Oracle here. What does some of this death and transitional energy look like? Taking responsibility, bringing forth things in the future. There's one. We have twin flame. Okay, this masculine's definitely open. We have this stuck though. Okay, so he's opened, he's awakened to this connection, but he's stuck. Obviously, we just saw that coming into the reading. But he does recognize it, that there's something here that he just can't shake. So this makes sense now why this masculine is really stuck. This beast is loaded and ready to release this burden, the burden of all of these feelings, just feeling confused. Now suddenly feeling self-conscious, like he's not good enough for the feminine. Where the hell did that come from? Maybe he always felt like he was good enough, but for some reason, this connection pushes him to better himself. It's like he wants to improve for his feminine. So suddenly now he's not feeling as good as maybe he once did. It says, I am hiding my true feelings. So the masculine is hiding how he truly feels from this feminine, even still to this day. And that's where he's stuck. But he is trying to take responsibility for all of these things within himself so he can transition. And so he can, raise himself to this level to come together with this feminine. And that's just what I'm seeing with that twin flame card. He's awakened to the connection. He recognizes it, that it's something very unique and very special, something that he's never felt before. So what he is bringing in is transition. What he is bringing in is taking responsibility to get himself unstuck so he can come towards his feminine. How beautiful. All right, you guys. So when he is alone in bed at night, okay, and when we're alone in bed at night, we are really in this energy where we are either connecting to our higher selves or we're just in that relaxed meditative state, even a dream state. What does this energy look like in the head space? What are the images that are dancing around? What is the energy that's coming through? When two hearts are meant to be together, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far they go, no matter how tough it seems, love will bring them together to share a life forever. Whoa. So mentally, that's what the masculine thinks about. He thinks about if the two of these, if him and his feminine are meant to be together, life will find a way to bring them back together. So it's kind of like he's, in a way, giving it to the universe. Giving it to the universe and just kind of like letting go. He has all this pent up energy, of course, but in a way, he's almost just kind of accepting where things are at. If it's meant to be, then they will come back together. That's amazing. What else? Wow, ring, damn. Commitment, agreement, union. So, he's really thinking about this right now. He's really thinking heavily about union. He's really thinking heavily about being together. You have this, these two hands coming together, this masculine and feminine on both of these cards. So he's really connected to his feminine right now in his mental space. And I feel like that's why the energies are so intense right now within the collective. What else? We have dirty sex. Wow. It says the dirtier the better. Lots of bodily fluids everywhere. Juices and anything dirty turns them on. Wow, that's very racy. But what I'm getting here is that even though he may seek or desire connection with her, there's also a part of him that is connected to her in a very, kind of a dirty way. And I'm not saying it's dirty as in it's bad, but this is something that connects the two of them. He can be himself with this feminine. Maybe he has not been able to let his guard down with other people, but he could with her. And even though he didn't let his heart be vulnerable to her, they were perhaps able to share and experience this connection in the physical world. This physical connection between the two of them could have been quite strong. And so he feels quite comfortable being this vulnerable with her physically. So he's thinking about this as well. So when he's thinking about his feminine, he's thinking about union with her and that connection, but he's also thinking about he's having some dirty thoughts about the feminine as well. And that's why that sexual energy is coming through. Okay. And you know what? Maybe the feminine's having some dirty thoughts about him. And so he's definitely picking up on that telepathically. That's why that feminine's there. And she's got what is she doing? She's doing something. It looks very naughty. So yeah. That is what we're getting here. So let's get some words for the mental space. What are some words for the mental space? I'm a mess right now. I'm so fucking confused. Whoa. So this is connected. Okay. I'm a mess right now. I'm so fucking confused and I don't know what to do right now. I need to go within for answers. Absolutely. So this masculine is definitely trying to go within, trying to take responsibility, recognizes that he needs to do something. And what it's doing, though, is it's causing him to kind of doubt himself. Like he may have always felt very sure of himself, but for whatever reason, this connection pushes him and it challenges him in other ways that, other connections did not. And so it makes him feel a little just not the best, not the greatest. And that's good because divine feminine and masculine connections are meant to push each other in order to grow and to heal these aspects of ourselves. So this is very necessary on this journey. But he's definitely a mess right now. And that's why his energy is so intense. So if you guys are getting some intense hits from your masculine, that is why. Okay? That is why. So let's go ahead and get into the heart space. What is the energy of the heart? Okay. Even though some of that mental energy was very heartfelt to me, but let's see what's in the emotions and the heart space. Spirit asks that you send your person loving, healing energy, no matter the current circumstances or situation. Energy travels, and what you project onto your person is a reflection of who you are. Make it magical and creative. They will feel it. Your masculine is sending something to you, feminine, in his heart space. But what I'm getting is that whatever you're sending to him, he is feeling this. He is affected by what you are sending him. So whether it's, let's just say it's sexual, let's just say it's just very emotional, unconditional love and light energy. He is feeling it in all these different ways. Wow. It's pretty intense. What else? We have cyber sex. Okay. So the cyber, of course, is anything that's online. This masculine could be, really connected or affected emotionally for what he is seeing on social media, okay? He could also be using, images and just different things that he has of the feminine to basically, connect with her in a sexual way. That's just what I'm getting here. It's kind of like if he can't have you in person, he might be having this kind of virtual connection with you. That's what I'm seeing. But I definitely get this feeling like maybe he is looking at something that he has that's connected to the feminine. We have whip. So this is talking about repetition, arguments, physical activity. So the whip is kind of like trouble. The whip is just energy that is somewhat challenging. So it's like challenging energy. The masculine feels challenged with his feelings with the feminine right now. It's very challenging for him. He may be trying to get to a very balanced state with all this energy that he is feeling. And at the end of the day, it's just kind of like chalking it up to, if it's meant to be, then, maybe the universe will find a way to bring this person back. That's kind of what I'm picking up on here. He's like giving it to the universe. Strange. Please be patient as I trust in the divine timing that I will make the necessary sacrifices to come to you. So not only is he leaving it up to divine timing, he's making sacrifices right now to better himself so he can come towards his feminine later on. So I feel like it was just confirmed here that he's not just giving up and saying, you know what, if it's meant to be, it'll find a way to make its way back to me. No. I do feel like there is that element here, but I also see that he is making changes in order to be able to better himself for this feminine to come back to her later on. So it's kind of like he might just be settling on this cyber reality, this other reality that he has this connection with this feminine, whether it's in his mind and his heart space. And even though that's really difficult and tough for him, it's kind of like that's what he's settled on because that's the best he can do right now. Wow. All right. Let's continue. So that's what's going on when he is alone, when he's in his deep, dark space. What is the energy that he is in when he is around other people? What does that energy look like? So if he is around other people, what does the energy look like? You guys, I'm getting here that even if he's around other people, we have the Empress showing up, which is the divine feminine. He still feels this loving connection with her. So even if he is either, let's just say, with someone else, tries to be with somebody else, is looking for that kind of to duplicate the connection, I'm getting here that the feminine is always with him. And why is that? Because the feminine is holding him in her heart space, and he feels that he is affected by this greatly. Whoa. So let's see what else. Yeah, the answer is no. It's like he's telling other people no. What the hell? That's just what I keep getting. It's like he's saying no, deliberately saying no to other people because he is kind of like holding the space for his feminine. For some of you, it could be that he's holding space as in you're the person that he wants to mother his children, and it ain't going to be anybody else. It's something like that too. We have illusions, but the thing is, there's something about this connection. There's something about everything that he is feeling that he feels like, am I just deluding myself? Is that the right judgment call? Should I be, in a way, kind of like holding out for this divine connection that I know that I'm experiencing, that I know that I have, that I feel? I can't see it. I don't have evidence of it. We're not speaking, we're not talking, but I know it's there. So he still feels confused. He still feels like, am I just making the whole thing up? Am I just in a state of illusion at this point? Am I just an idiot? There's some kind of energy like that. So when he's around other people, he's saying no. It's like he's honoring her, even though it might not look like that. I'm also getting that too, to the feminine. It may not look like that to the feminine. We do have the Page of Cups, though. It's like he's just kind of keeping it on the friendship tip. He might flirt with other people. He might hang out with other people, but he's not going deep. He's not going deep. The Page of Cups doesn't go deep. The Page of Cups just kind of maybe thinks about something, but doesn't really act on it. They might talk a big game, but they're not really doing anything with this energy. I see the Page of Cups as friends more than I do lovers. So yeah, look at that, you guys. I don't know, maybe somebody needed confirmation at this time that maybe there isn't anything serious going on with anybody else. It's just very surface, whatever kind of an energy. But man, this masculine, it's like he's locked into this feminine. But again, he still does question it, kind of like, I'm not sure if what I'm feeling or thinking is just even based in reality. You know, and then they might kind of chuck it away and say, yeah, I don't know if I can do this. So they're trying to get clarity here. They're trying to make these necessary changes. And, but they're only human too. So they are going to have their days where they're feeling confused. Okay, you guys. Well, in this deep introspective mode, so we're talking like if the masculine has a deep, dark day, if the masculine is feeling very confused, very intense, all of that kind of energy that can come up. What does it look like? What does this energy look like when the masculine goes through intense times, intense moments? What does this energy look like? Broken dreams. Wow. Okay, so this is dark. This is a dark space that this masculine goes into, like kind of like maybe the dream that he had for him, laid out for himself. Maybe he had a particular goal or just a particular thing that he even did for a very long time, all of a sudden has been shattered. Something that he had planned on long term has shattered and has broken. So that's why we have that death energy coming through, a major transition right now for this masculine. It's like he's forced to transition into a new person. So circumstances, tower moments, things like that, karma, anything could have come crashing down to create and facilitate the opportunity for this masculine to transition into who he is truly meant to be. So yeah, being at a crossroads as well. So if these masculines are with other people, which I'm not really getting in this reading, but it could be for some of you, I feel like they are definitely at a crossroads because something can't continue. And I'm getting little to no sex. If you think that this masculine is having sex with other people, I'm getting that they most likely are not, because that's what I've gotten in this reading here so far, for sure. Let me get rid of this. Okay, pop up. All right, let's get some more energy on this. Very deep. Whatever he's feeling and thinking doesn't have to be dark. It could just be really intense. So, but this message so far is dark. Yeah, see, I'm glad I said that, because he does feel the beauty. He is able to. It's kind of like trying to stop to smell the roses. Maybe whatever has happened to him has forced him to see things in a new perspective, in a new light, forced to see and experience the beauty of nature. The reason I say nature is because I see that swan, spending time near bodies of water, spending time traveling, spending time just basically looking at the beautiful things of life and just literally taking it in. Maybe this masculine did not have the time or even the opportunity to really take in and live his life because he was so busy, focused on a particular dream. But something has fallen apart, and it's fallen apart for a reason. This is a part of his ascension. It's a part of his ascension. Something had to fall apart in order to fall into place. After I've tasted your lips, I want nothing more but your flavor. It's my favorite type of honey I wish to suckle on to heal my very being. So again, this is just confirming that the masculine wants the taste of your lips. This masculine wants nothing more but your flavor. So there's something significant about how you stand out above all the rest. There's only something that you can provide for the masculine. Other people cannot supply it. He may have searched for it before, only to basically fall short, only for things to break apart. You know, relationships that are not meant to be will break away. They will fall away. So, yeah, let's get one last message for this. One last message in the dark space. What does this dark energy look like? Dark energy, what does it look like? We have sun. So sun, happiness, and radiance. I do feel, though, that there's a little bit of dark and light here. Something has had to fall away, but it's really created an atmosphere for the masculine to perhaps, you know, go outside and enjoy his life, be in nature, you know, be in that sun's energy, feel really good and feel really happy and radiant, you know, go through like a rebirthing, whatever this is. It's like the masculine wants to be happy. He doesn't want to be unhappy. He doesn't want to stay broken. He doesn't want to stay broken. So when he is in his deepest, darkest moments or just most intense moments, that is what that energy looks like. And I just feel like I want to do one more. One more. Wow. Knight of Secrets. So anything that has been deceptive, anything that where he's been betrayed or he has betrayed other people or even perhaps betrayed the feminine, because we did get something about this masculine saying, like speaking lies and being deceptive before, knowing that he fucked up. So he's thinking about these betrayals. He's thinking about these deceptions. And even though he may not have apologized to you, even though you may not know he feels badly about this, he's keeping that a secret for whatever reason, okay? Maybe secrets destroyed your connection, maybe even this connection broke the dream of this connection up. So that's what he's thinking about, you guys. That's it. So let's go ahead and move forward. What is he most likely to do moving forward when it comes to this connection? Okay. What is he most likely going to do moving forward in this connection? What's he most likely to do moving forward with this connection? Wow. Well, it says return. Ascending. Shadow work. You know, for me, what I'm picking up on is that this masculine has definitely and is currently going through shadows. It's a part of his ascension process that he goes through the shadow, that he's gone through something like really major, but he has ascended nonetheless. This is definitely an awakened masculine. So what's his most likely move towards you in the future? To return to your life? Well, I certainly couldn't make that shit up. Let's clarify that return. Ooh, but thing is, we do see a masculine that wants to come forward, but he's stuck, okay? He recognizes this connection with his feminine, but he's still stuck. So, stalemate and indecision. He's really up in his headspace thinking about returning to her. That might be another reason why you're feeling your masculine's energy so intensely, and it is coming through maybe sexually. It might be coming through as pain, heaviness, darkness. There could be all kinds of things that you guys are picking up on right now, and it's because your masculine is so up in his headspace about your connection. So it causes a lot of confusion for him. It causes a lot of anxiety. So what is the energy connected to ascending? Thing is, though, it's like he's worked on himself. He's done the work, you guys, and he's still doing the work. But he's certainly set out to do this work in order to improve, so the two of you can possibly come together and collaborate in the material world once again. Shadow energy. What is the shadow work energy? Look at that. He's gone through it, man. He has gone through it. And he, again, might be currently still going through it. Self-sabotage and nightmares. This masculine is definitely in the headspace with 2 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Wow. I mean, feeling it. Up late at night, can't sleep, haunted, nightmares, dreams. Maybe some of you feminines are even having nightmares. You're picking up on some of this energy from the masculine. So that might also be confusing you as well as to why am I feeling this energy? Why is this coming up? Because your masculine is processing his shadow. And so because you're connected to him, you're picking up on this energy. Hopefully that clarifies something. That's beautiful. So very intense, yes, but yeah. So how does this relate to how he is most likely to move towards the feminine in the future? What I'm getting here is that this, to me, this is a card of progress, but we do have 2 conflicting energies. So to me, this does say that movement forward will continue to be strained. It will continue to be perhaps slow, but it is ascending. It is moving forward. Things are getting cleared up now. It might not be on the time frame that you're wanting or looking for or even needing at this point. But something is definitely happening with this masculine on his journey right now for your connection. So allow him that time to do the work and to face the things that he needs to do. So it's pretty amazing. All right, so we're going to take a look and get what is the most deepest, most personal message that this masculine has for the feminine right now that he needs her to understand during this time of separation. What does he absolutely need her to know without a shadow of a doubt? What's the most important thing? I'm going to grab some clarifiers, which is why I haven't turned them over yet. Okay. So I'm going to use this deck here to clarify. Okay, so when it comes to mask, exaggeration, bluff, and pretending, what is the message? I am scared to reveal my true feelings to you. My greatest fear is that you will reject me after all that I've done, sorry, I don't know why I didn't get that one right. That you will reject me after all the hurt I have caused you. I am crazy for you. Okay, well, this is a beautiful message here because this is just basically saying, don't believe what you see. Don't believe the shit that you're seeing on social media. Don't believe that because somebody has exaggerated, that basically they have called your bluff, that they don't care, that they're not crazy about you. They're afraid to come towards you because they're afraid that you're going to reject them. They know that they've hurt you. They may have kind of like called your bluff. So you may have basically said, hey, had a conversation with this masculine. It's going to resonate for someone out there. You may have had a conversation with this masculine, and that's not really what the masculine wanted to do, but said words and things to kind of call your bluff. Here it is. It's just a mask. This masculine may have exaggerated by saying things that were very hurtful to you, but it was just a mask. Those weren't his true feelings. But that's what he had to do because he was afraid that, it's like maybe he was just in his ego. He didn't want to be rejected. So he said things that he didn't mean in order to protect himself. I'm getting that. I'm getting a lot of clarification today. All right. What else do we get? Yeah, so overall, what I'm picking up on is conversations that you've had with your masculine in the past. What he's telling you is you don't believe everything I said to you. And what I mean by that is, yes, he may have told you lies that were to try to get away with something and to hurt you because he couldn't take responsibility. But I'm also getting that he may have said things out of hurt because he was afraid. And so he may have said he didn't care about you. He may have said that the relationship wasn't that important to him or that he didn't feel the same as you. I'm getting that those things were not true. They were a bluff. They were a mask. We have depth, complexity, awareness, importance. I'm getting here. It's like you are very important to your masculine. He pretends that you're not, though. He pretends that you're not important to him. He pretends that he's okay without you, but he is not. I feel that coming towards you would be a huge risk at this time, and I am not willing to blow my life up as I have got quite comfortable settling in. Still, my soul is constantly feeling this magnetic pull. You can't make this kind of connection up. The depth is just out of this world. It's too unique. You can't duplicate it. You can't try to make it happen. You can't try to create it with another person. It's just not there. So this kind of an energy here, as much as he can pretend that it's not affecting him, as much as he can pretend that he doesn't need it, it's always going to be there, magnetically pulling him towards you, Divine Feminine. So don't let this masculine and the things that he said to you or the things that he even does, or let's just even say says now, fool you one more second. We have letting go, releasing, walking away, moving on. So for whatever reason, there's a message about this. Let's read it. I can't stop myself from loving you. I still love you. I always have from the moment we met, and I will always love you. Even if he has allowed you to walk away, even if he has released you and is trying to move on with his life, he will always love you, Divine Feminine. He'll never be able to stop himself from loving you. You guys have shared this special connection in this moment. He knew at the moment that he met you that he loved you. So as much as he tries to recreate this depth, if he does with another person, it simply cannot be duplicated. It will only be a fake effort or attempt of moving on. So if you see that this masculine has moved on, for instance, in the now or in the future or whatever, it's just some sort of a mask to mask what he has lost with you, Divine Feminine. So he needs you to understand this and know this before taking 1 foot further on this journey, especially if you are moving forward with this feeling that you have been forgotten, that you have been let go, that you are not cared for, that he doesn't love you, that he doesn't want you. You need to know this today, that is not the case, okay? And make peace with that. Well, let's now go ahead and get some advice from Spirit, okay? So this was definitely a mixture of pain, but it was also a mixture of how intense this masculine feels towards his feminine and why he's feeling what he's feeling and what he is working on towards bettering himself for their connection in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom of each card And we're going to just basically get just a parting message from Spirit, okay? And then we're going to get an advice card. So this deck right here, obviously I've shuffled it a bunch throughout this reading, so we're just going to flip it over. Bottom of the deck. Frozen. This connection might still just be frozen in time. I just posted this. Oh my God. I posted this song from Amy Grant, I Will Remember You. And it's funny because when I post songs, you guys on Instagram, if you guys follow me there, these are channeled songs. Sometimes it's just like goes with the whatever I'm doing, you know, like a theme. But this morning's song was definitely channeled because I hadn't heard that song since I was in the freaking 80s. Okay. So like, why the hell would that song come to me? That's like Amy Grant's from the 80s, right? Yeah. So it came to me in my mind and it was like, our love is frozen in time. I'll be your champion and you'll be mine. I literally posted that this morning on Instagram. And here it is. Even though there's silence, even though there's stillness right now, even though there's no words being spoken, this love will and is always be frozen in time. You know? And when I say always, just until the two of you come together again and break the silence, it's frozen in time for the both of you. Okay, so let's get the bottom of this deck. Free agent. It says, independent spirit, a challenge to catch. No strings attached relationships. Difficult for them to fall in love, but loyal once they do. So people may just need to be a free agent for a while, okay? So it's about letting someone go. And also being a free agent yourself, right? You don't have to stay frozen, hanging on in a painful way to this connection. You can still move forward. It doesn't mean that you have to be with anybody else if you're not feeling that, but you're a free agent. You don't, there's no rules or regulations. We all have free will, you know? So it's about allowing people that space that they need and also doing yourself the same honor. You know, we're all free agents here, okay? We're all free agents. Bottom of this deck, we have ship, travel, journey, move. This is a journey. This is your twin flame journey. You're a free agent on your twin flame journey. So is the divine masculine. So Spirit is just wanting to let it be known again. You know, we're told this time and time again, and sometimes it just doesn't sink in. Don't hold yourself and freeze yourself in time. And I mean this like, yes, this love is frozen in time, right? But don't allow yourself to not be able to move forward and flourish as an individual on your journey. Don't stay stagnant because something is just not coming together at this time, okay? But this connection isn't going anywhere. It can't. Enchanted romance that's meant to be, protected by the divinity, true love that stands the test of time. Two souls are called to come and rise. Oh my God. This is just too much. Wow. I mean, what an incredible bottom card for that deck. Yeah. So this is Spirit's way of saying that this is a love that's protected by the divine. It's a love that's meant to be. It's a love that continuously pulls two people together because they are meant to come together and rise as two souls. And they have been tested through time. So if your connection has been extremely challenging, especially over a period of time, there is a reason for this. There is a reason for this. Bottom of the deck of my Twin Flame Oracle, we have numbing. So again, people can, as much as they try, as much as they want to, numb this connection out. It's just impossible. It's impossible because of this connection, how strong it is. So this also goes for the feminine watching this video. Sometimes as feminines, we want to numb this connection out. We want to numb the pain. We want to numb ourselves through separation. But it doesn't really serve us to do this because it ends up coming back. It's kind of like when we try to do an energy cord cutting. This is just my opinion. It's not a good idea because you're trying to disconnect yourself from something you're meant to be connected to. Now, you might not be meant to be connected to it in a low vibrational way to where you're codependent and you're toxic and you're wanting to die. Not that kind of energy, but you're meant to transmute this energy with your masculine, not cut it out. So we'll always try to come back to you when you do that. So you have to learn. I always say this, you got to learn to dance with your divine masculine's energy on this journey, guys. You just have to. Oh my God, this is just, it's so incredible. When I created the star in this deck, this is like star-crossed lovers, divine connections, people that come into the alignment. The universe brings these two souls together. My God. You know, this reading isn't guaranteeing anything because, again, we all have free will here, but the universe, the divine wants this connection for you and your masculine. They want the two of you to come together. They are working with the two of you to come back together into alignment. We have to come back into alignment with ourselves in order to come into alignment with each other, and that's what's working. That's what's being worked on right now. We have the High Priestess. Feminine, use your intuition always. Rather than making decisions with your 3D mind or your 3D eyes, I should say. Sometimes our rational and logical thinking, yes, it serves a purpose. But when it comes to this connection, you have to go higher. You have to go higher. You can't look at it and rake it over the coals like you do other things in life. This takes a special set of eyes, Divine Feminine. Okay? And last deck, which was the deck with the words. I write you messages and then I delete them because I just can't seem to find the words to express my truth at this time. So again, even though the masculine is not speaking to the feminine, he writes messages. He thinks about what he would say, but he's just not sending these messages. Okay? So his thoughts, his heart, his energy is very much with you. But it's very, very much in a dark place too, where he's trying to sort through all of these insecurities and all of these feelings of doubt with himself. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to tap into this deck here, and I'm going to pull one card, and this is just going to be parting advice. Okay? This deck has words on it, so I thought it was appropriate. This is a message for the Divine Feminine. Think bigger. Oh my God. That's what I was just talking about here. You got to think bigger. Okay. It's not based on what you see. It's not based on what you think sometimes. You've got to think bigger. You have to expand your mind in this connection, obviously. By downplaying your awesomeness and not letting your light shine bright, you are denying your true potential. Own your awesomeness and don't ever sell yourself short. Little bit of a different message than what I got from Think Bigger, but the message still applies. This just means don't sell yourself short, you know? You have so much to offer in this world. Don't play it small on account of what's happening or what's not happening in this connection. You still have a life to live. You still have a mission to serve. You still have things to do. So don't downplay yourself just because things are not happening right now. Think bigger. Think outside of this connection. There are other things to experience right now, perhaps, than just this connection. So you've got to make sure that you remain a free agent, because if you tie yourself and you freeze yourself to this masculine, then you're going to miss out on all of these other opportunities for growth and development, just like your masculine would. So we've got to make sure that we, celebrate our own energy. Yes, we're connected. The universe is working on aligning us with this masculine, but in the meantime, while all of these things are trying to improve, we need to think bigger and we need to keep expanding. Wow. So that was an amazing reading. I really hope that you guys felt that. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for the weekly Soul Connection. Take care. Bye-bye.